Hi friends, welcome to Aishusdiy. Today we will learn how to make a necklace out of memory wire bracelet coils. So this is a bracelet, memory wire bracelet coils, and it measures about say 1.2 inches actually. 2 inches, and it's a little bit small for my wrist as such. And I got this from Amazon, I believe. If you want, I can leave you link down in the description box. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want to know where I bought that from. So and then I decided, okay, let me make bracelets for my kids. So that's what I've been using this memory wire for. And one more important tip that I wanted to tell you guys. So the silica gel packets that you get uh, in packets, like new stuff that you get online or in store, keep the silica gel packet with your um, um, findings, the ones that is bright silver or bright gold. So what it does is it takes away the moisture away, so that the rate at which these tarnishes will be much less than if you don't have this. So save these, and I use it with memory wire and my findings as well. So I save these and keep it with that. So for this project, you guys want to have some variety of beads. So the variety of beads I have here, you don't have to have the same thing, but whichever you have in stash would work for this project as well. So that's what I really like projects like this, because you don't have to depend upon a particular when I started making jewelry, I would always watch a video and say, oh, I don't have these, what can I do? And then I will wait for to get those stuff, and by the time I get those stuff, I lose interest in the project and I would have moved on to another one. So that's the story. So for this project, you need some beads, whatever beads, whichever fits in the memory wire would go very well. You can use any kind of beads you want. I chose to use these check glass double sided uh, 4mm faceted truck beads, and this 4mm bicones in blue metallic color. I really like these bicones. I have only this much left, and then I want to use this and this. You can use any size beads. I'm using 4mm. You can use 6, 8, whichever you want. um, this is a delicate project, so I wouldn't go more than 8. I mean, it just looks a little bit bulk in my opinion, but you can always use it. So and these are silver lined crystal 11 odd seed beads that I'm using. And then this memory wire, you can use any memory wire you have, doesn't have to be the small, you can use a big, no problems. And I have here some spacers, and we are gonna make dangles like this for this project, and some jump rings and some head pins for the dangles. I have already made one. We are going to make 3 connections, or you can make 5. I chose to make 3, and this is what we are going to make. Actually, we are going to make 3 of these and connect with jump rings. And for the back side of the necklace, you can either use chain, it's totally up to you, or you can use any chain you want. Like this chain would also work, so you can use these chain, or you can use ribbon or silk, whichever you have your hands on, or you have in your stash, whichever it's available for you, you can use that. First of all, we need to have memory wire shears, so you cannot use your regular cutters to cut this memory wire, otherwise it will go bad. So first of all, we'll take one end of the memory wire. So here, this is about half. So this is the length I want. This is about 3/4 of the loop. So I take enough so that I don't run out of it, but you can take a little bit less than that, more than half, because we need half for this and make 2 loops at the end. So I would like to cut a little bit more. You cannot later add the length, so I would prefer to cut about 3/4 of this over here. Whichever memory wire you have, just cut about 3/4 of the one round, and there we have. And also it's better to use your round nose pliers, which has strength in it, or you can use this bail making pliers. This is much more sturdier, so easy to make a loop. So I'm making a loop over here at one end of the memory wire. You need 3 pieces of this. You can also make 5. Odd number is preferable. So just take your time to make the loop. Don't rush. Memory wire is pretty hard. I don't want you guys to hurt yourself. And then once you have the loop, you can go ahead and use your chain nose pliers to kind of close it completely, just like so. And now we have the perfect thing for the necklace. So the pattern also, it totally depends on you. You can use any pattern you want, doesn't matter. So I choose a pattern wherein I go seed beads and then the check glass. You don't have to use seed beads if you don't want to. I prefer to use seed beads in most of my projects, because I feel that if I use a seed bead, then the shape of the bead shows much prettier than if you don't have a seed bead, is my opinion. So I tend to use seed beads, and it's also economical. And 3 seed beads, and then 3 duck beads. You can easily load the beads to your memory wire just by using this as like a needle. And then let's do the dangles. So this is 1-inch head pin, ball head pin that I have. I'm gonna add one of the 4mm bicone bead, and the spacer, and a drug bead. So as you guys know, we need a round nose pliers to make the loop, and I'm not making a wrap loop, I'm making a coil loop. So you just make a loop just like that and keep continuing to make the same loop by coiling it towards the bead until you reach the bead, and then just move it a little on the side and then tighten it one more time, and then you'll have this perfect spiral coil loop. And we shall do one more. Take a bicone, a spacer, and by the way, you can use any dangles you want. If you have a teardrop bead that matches your project, you can use those. So make a loop and then continue making the same loop until you reach the bead and it is on the side. Go ahead and twist it towards the center, adjust your coils, and you're good to go. So this is how you make the dangles. You can also make it with a wrapped loop. It's totally up to you. So I'm going to add dangle here, and then a seed bead, a drug bead, a seed bead, a bicone, a seed bead, and a drug. And a seed bead. So this is my pattern so far. As you can see, this is a double-sided drug bead. So I have seed beads in between, and then here I have a bicone in the middle. That's my pattern. And now I'm gonna again add a dangle. Then a seed bead, a drug bead, a seed bead, a bicone, seed bead, and a drug bead. Okay, here are 2 seed beads. That's what I have so far. I'm adding one more dangle here. So you can also add a lot of dangles. After every other bead you can add a dangle. It's like, you know, the possibilities are endless. That pattern is totally up to you, doesn't have to be the same. So use different materials, you will get different results. It will be as unique as you are. That's what's so nice about handmade jewelry. So here, if you can see, I have enough space after I have completed my loop. So I'm just going to snap a little bit of the memory wire so that I can make the loop as similar as the one that I made here. That's all I need. So I'm just going to clip off this one. Okay, just make sure it doesn't fly around the room. And all you need to do is check one more time. When you make the loop, you cannot check it and you cannot change it. So check one more time. If you have the right one, then go ahead, take your bail making pliers, keep it in between those things, and slowly turn it until it reaches the wire. There we go. That's our loop. It's still not closed. You can go ahead and do it with your flat nose pliers or needle nose plier and go slow. Okay, we have our second dangle ready. So we need one more dangle to go for our necklace. Take it, take your bail making pliers and make a loop. If it is not closed, make sure it's closed with your flat nose pliers or needle nose pliers. Just crush the loop on the sides, it will close. Then you can load your beads as if this is a needle. You can make this with any beads as long as it goes inside the memory wire. That's all you need to worry about. Then a dangle, and then I'm continuing the pattern. Seed bead, a drop bead, a seed bead, a crystal, seed bead, and a drop bead, and a seed bead. This is what I have so far. So here I didn't add any crystal dangle, and here I added a crystal in the middle, as you can see, and then a dangle, then a seed bead, a drop bead, a seed bead. These are 11 seed beads, by the way. You can also use 8 seed beads or 6 seed beads, whichever it is that complements your other beads. You can use them. I finished one more set. I'm adding the final dangle to my memory wire thingy, and then you can make multiple bracelets in a very short time. This one is pretty easy, just stringing and making a loop at the end and then connecting all the things. That's about it. So check one more time if your pattern is right, and then go ahead, snip off. If you want, you can actually reduce the amount of memory wire you have, but I choose to take it because if it's better to be safe than sorry. And my beads all came out because I was holding my hand on the top so that it doesn't fly around the room. It's pretty strong and it might poke you. I'm warning you. Memory wire is pretty strong. If you have a small thing, that's definitely going to poke you. So 2 seed beads. One more. Take our bead making pliers and make our loop. There we go. Then you can use your pliers to kind of squish it a little bit more. Just do it slowly so that it doesn't spiral against you. Okay, there we go. Our connections are ready. Now all we need to do is join them. Let's put these aside. So as I said, you can use chain. I'm gonna use this chain in the back of the necklace, so I'm just going to put these connect these first with some jump rings. So I have here some jump rings. You can take a couple of jump rings because these are thinner ones that I have. I like to use 2 jump rings for one. So here we go. I need my bent nose pliers, which I normally keep it here, but I couldn't find 2 of my pliers since yesterday. Okay. My bent nose pliers. At least one is there. So here we go. My tweezer nose pliers is the one which is missing. Okay, open up your jump ring. You don't have to open up a lot. Take one and then the next, and then close it. When you close it, go back and forth and then make sure it's connected, and then all you need to do is put it down. Before putting it down, take another jump ring, put it down. As well, take another jump ring, open it up, and then add it the same way you added the other one, and then close it. You can hear the clicking noise. That's when it says okay. This one is, see, I did a mistake. I joined this, but this one is upside down. So let's go ahead and fix that. Let me see if it is still, yes. Let me just do this by opening up the jump rings. Okay. So take your jump ring, put one end this side, and the other end that side. Okay. Sorry about that. This seed bead is also coming. That's because this loop is not closed properly. There we go. This one should also come the same way as this one. And now check. See, still it's ulta. No, it's proper. Hopefully this is proper. Let me see. Yes. So we shall do the same this side. Open up a jump ring. And check if it is proper, which it is. Open up the next jump ring. So it's better to keep these like this. That way it will be easier. And now we have this connected, and all we need to do is add a back chain, and then we should be done. So for adding the chain, this one almost comes half of my neck. Let me measure for you guys. So it's about, say, 4.5 plus 2.5, say 2.25, so 6, almost 7 inches, say. So for an 18-inch dress, you need 18-inch necklace, you need 7 more inch. I mean, you need 11 more inch for the necklace. 1 inch you shall leave it for a clasp, and for the rest you can have you can cut the chain. So you can cut 3.5, so that should be good. But I want to do this in a different way. I want to make this an interchangeable necklace. So this is the front part for the necklace, and I want to do the back part as interchangeable. Let me tell you guys, for that we need lobster claw clasp. Not a big one, a small one would do for this particular project. And we need 2 of them, just to check if they are nice and it's open. So let's do this interchangeable necklace. So first of all, we shall open up a jump ring. Okay, and measure. I'm going to measure 11 inches because I need a little bit more than usual. I think 10 inches should be good, I guess. Let me see. sorry. Okay, I messed up my light. I'm just placing the chain around the neck and I'm figuring it out. I think 10 inches should be good enough. So I'm just going to cut my chain there. Okay, and this is about 10 inches. Yes, so I have 10 inches of chain, and I'm gonna add a jump ring. The usual way is to cut these 10 inches into half and then add a clasp at one end, lobster claw clasp and jump ring, and then here you add it with a jump ring to the necklace. But this is an interchangeable necklace, so you can make links like this and you can change your necklace according to the color of your outfit. So I'm adding a jump ring to one end of the chain and a lobster claw clasp. This is a small lobster claw clasp, remember that. This is a small lobster claw clasp, and then close this jump ring tight. Okay, so this is that. Just make sure your jump ring is completely closed. Don't let it open, otherwise your lobster claw clasp can come out. Okay, and this is one end of the chain. The other end of the chain, I'm opening another jump ring. You can add two jump rings if you want to, just for added security. And I'm gonna add the jump ring here, the last link. Then I'm gonna add the lobster claw clasp to this too. So we have lobster claw clasp at both the ends, if you notice, of the chain. So now you got the chain. Let me move all the beads to the side. Okay, and then all you need to finish this necklace off is connect the lobster claw clasp to this hook. You can also add a jump ring here, but I don't want to add a jump ring. This memory wire is pretty sturdy, and there you have your pretty necklace, and it is interchangeable. If you can make more links like this or more dangles, you can also make a beaded chain, whatever you want. And this is an interchangeable necklace for you guys. How cute is that? I really like this necklace a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos a couple of times a week, almost every day. Comes around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.